everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal. If you're new, welcome. Hi, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a first impression kind of video using new palettes that I just picked up from Walmart. So they're super affordable, and these are the Color Story eyeshadow palette. I picked up 2 of them. If you want to see how these perform, please keep on watching. Before we do that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification button down below so you don't miss out any of my videos. And thumbs up this video if you love first impressions videos. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So these are the 2 palettes that I pick up, and they're by the brand called Color Story. I believe I did something similar to this a long time ago, but it wasn't Color Story, but it was something similar. It was like Color Wheel or something like that. I'll leave it like right here, but they're super affordable, and that was one of my biggest videos that I've done on my channel because there are a lot of people out there who cannot afford makeup on an everyday basis, and using these affordable palettes in ways that they may not know how to work with them achieve like that glamorous look on a budget. These retail for $9.99. This is my favorite. First of all, let me get into this packaging. The packaging is so eye-appealing, like chat. So these 2 palettes, I don't know, they're so eye-catching that I was like, wow. I was in Target and I was walking by them and it was only these 2 left. And when I go onto the website, sorry, my laptop is like literally right here. They have 6 palettes itself. So I want to go back and see if I could pick up the others because one of them is super bright and colorful, which is like definitely up my alley. Another one is kind of like a softer colorful look, and one is like a gray tone, which I might not pick up that one. Look at how pretty, like the details. Comes with this mirror, and then this is the palette itself. Super bright. It comes with a little plastic on it. I have not swatched these yet because I wanted you guys to see my true reaction on camera. So I love how great protection this has. It has like a little cap right here, which I'm gonna try to carefully take off. I think I mentioned this in my LA Girl palette. I didn't realize that the shadows were on the back as well. And this one comes with the shadows names right here. If you guys can see. Isn't that so freaking gorgeous? Oh my god, this shade right here, which is called Maui, oh my god. I can't wait. So all the palettes come with 16 shades. I believe this one has a mix of mattes and shimmers pressed pigments, I believe it says. Okay, so it says matte, shimmer, and metallic finish. 8, it looks like 8 mattes, and I'm not really sure which ones are the shimmers and the metallic because they look so close together, so I don't really know. So it doesn't show which one on the websites are the shimmers or the metallics, but I love this one right here. Other one, this is the Karma palette, which I love this. This reminds me of like those henna tattoos. You still have that nice mirror with the detail around it, and then you have that same protector that I freaking can't get off. I should have took this off like before starting the video, but holy moly, it's on there, so you know that it's good packaging. And for it to be $9, well actually it's $10 because it's $9.99. So it's $9.99 and you have great packaging, like amazing. Same thing, you have the shadows in the back, and I'm just looking to see, does it say anything about, no. Okay, so when you open it up, this is the palette right here, mixed with some warm and neutrals that are super pretty. And yeah, this one seems a little bit more up my alley for everyday, but this one is actually like, I don't know, it's like everyday but with pops. So these are the 2 palettes. Oh, I just love this one too. I like both of them. On the website, this one, the Karma shadows look a little bit more cool tone, but they're really not. So I can't wait to play with that. The eyes. So I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I probably will use both of them, or I'll do like a 2-part. So I'll do one part using one of the palettes, and then the other part will be with the other one or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I don't know. I really want to play with this. I'll probably mix and match. I don't know. So I'm gonna swatch a couple of the shades in here. I want to do this pink. They feel super buttery. I want to do, let's do this right here. So I just swatched Jet Setter, Riviera, Maui, and Sunshine. So these are, we're just gonna swatch that. And these are the swatches. The Sunshine color is a little less pigment. It's almost like a soft highlighting shade, but the other ones are so pretty. And the blue has a little bit, it's a little chunky. So, and that one looks more metallic than the other one. So, yeah, I definitely believe that these will have some fallout. Just because when I was swatching the blue one, it had like a little kickback and it was so soft. Just like I mentioned in my LA Girl palette, where when I was moving it with the brush, it was actually making an indent, which I don't really care for because then it moves everywhere. If it just had a little fallout, I could just blow it away. But when it starts going into other shades, I'm like, eh. And then we have this one right here. I'm gonna swatch a couple of these. Now that I see it, like look at it again, it does have a little bit more cool tones. I swatched these four right here, which are so pretty. Oh yeah, oh my god, this shade right here, super pretty. My pinky is not really swatching it really well, but these shades are so pretty. I don't know which one to do. I already did my whole face with bronzer and everything. The only thing I didn't put on was blush because I wasn't sure what kind of look I was gonna go for, even though I have like this greenish shirt on. Before we get a little closer, I'm actually gonna do one eye off camera and then I'll come back to do the other eye because I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. So yeah, so let's just fast forward this. Okay, so I did one eye off camera, pretty cool. I didn't think I was gonna do blue, but whatever. Oh, we're just gonna jump into it. It was super easy and actually really fast, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. So the first thing I went in with was actual concealer, and I went in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Caramel Concealer, Satin Finish in Medium Sand, and then I just blend that all over my lid. I didn't go too far out because I wasn't actually sure what I was gonna do. The shadow itself had a lot of fallout, so I'm gonna go in with my Banana Powder by Black Radiance and just set that underneath my eyes. First shade I went in with was this shade right here called Coral. And I went in with my Morphe M535 brush. And I just kind of packed this right into my crease. It's pretty soft, but I build it up so that it's a little bit more pigmented. And it feels so buttery, and I love this shade so much. And then once I start packing that on, I add a little bit more and I'm blending that into the crease just in windshield wiper motions, really focusing it right here too. And then with my Morphe M513, I went in with the shade Papaya, this deep orange shade right here. And I just went into my crease as well, kind of following that same outline, but just a little bit lower. What happened? You gotta pee? Yeah, you got me holding the fucking Just deepening that socket up, and then going in and blending it out with the first shade, and they blend so nicely together. So with the next shade, I'm gonna go in with a Jet Setter, which is this brown shade right here. It kind of is like a sienna brown, but it has like almost like an orange tint to it too. But I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm gonna pack that on. And then I'm going right back into the crease, but a little bit lower. So we're just building those shades up. And I like how it has like that similar undertone. So it's just deepening up that socket. I'm gonna go back, windshield wiper motions. And I'm bringing that into the inner corner, outer corner. Not making it like a, what do you call that? What is that called? What kind of I don't know, what is it called? What is that thing? When you put shadow here and then shadow. I don't even know. And I'm holding it pretty close to my lid, the brush right here, because I want it to be nice and pigmented. If I hold my brush right here, I'm gonna get less like pressure, but I want that pressure to really define these colors. So I'm bringing it close. And then I'm gonna go back in with that papaya shade to blend it out. And then I'm gonna go in with the coral shade to blend that. So we're just like packing on the color, blending it out all over again. So with the darker shade, I press it in and then I kind of tilt it on the side almost and blend it. I originally had went in with this shade right here called Bora Bora on my lid, but it did not stick at all. So I had to use my fingers, which made a big difference. But then when I went in to blend out the edges, it completely disappeared. So then I went in with my NYX glitter primer, that right here. I went in with this and I put this all over my lid, then added the shimmer shade and then it stuck. So when I blended out, it didn't move. I wanna say the, what do you call it? The shimmer shades definitely doesn't really have that much pigment when you put it on the lid, or I guess it was the brush, but I used two different brushes. But I'm just gonna go in with this all over my lid. And I did kind of two layers. I did one light layer and make sure it gets tacky, and then whatever was left on that other finger, I kind of added it and then bring it all the way over. Oh, I went in with my Morphe M203 brush and my nose is running. So I go in with that shade right here called Bora Bora. Pack that onto my brush and then put that all over my lid. In this shade, like I first went in with the brush, but then I go in with my fingers just to make it a little bit more pigmented. So first we're going in with the brush all over the lid. And this shade has a lot of fallout. So now I'm going in with my finger just to pack it on to be a little bit more pigmented. You see? It's a pretty color, but you need to work with it. And I actually experience more fallout with my finger than with the brush. And then once I pack that on, I go in with my shades just to blend it out a little bit. The shades prior. And then I definitely did not want to know what I was doing, but I went in with my LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner Bolt. Called Bolt. Blue. And you see how much fallout I have? It's okay, I don't touch it. So I'm gonna just line my waterline with this blue. Since the Bora Bora shade didn't stick well, I went in with more of the glitter primer, and then I took my angle brush, and this is just an AOA Studio E114 brush, and I kind of dragged that on the bottom of my lash line so that my shadow has something to stick to and it's going to be nice and pigmented. Because since I experienced that, you know, not really sticking with the previous shade, I just knew that this wasn't gonna work. I went in with my ABH kind of brush and I just used this bottom part, and I'm going in with the, then I went in with the shade Sapphire Sky, which is this gorgeous blue right here. And I just took that, and instead of like blending it like this, like I usually do, I stamp it on. So I'm just gonna stamp it right on to where I put that glitter adhesive. And even though it's called a glitter adhesive, you can still use it for your pressed pigments and shimmer shadows, because it's going to make the shadow stick right on and be like true to color. I took my Morphe M507 brush and I went into the shade Jet Setter, which is that brown shade, and I smoked it out right underneath the blue. And I made sure I was putting light pressure because I didn't want to move that blue around and have like no pigment left. So I'm going right under, all the way to inner, outer corners. And then I went in with my Morphe M411 brush, and I went into Papaya, and I went right underneath that and smoked it out. So kind of doing the same thing that we did to the top to the bottom, but the only difference is the actual blue shades. I like these shades that I use. I mean, I like the blue as well, but I like that corally orange shades too. I might use these for like a different look and probably like use a different top. So now that it's all done, you see all that fallout. I'm gonna gently wipe that away with my brush. My lashes, and I'm going to be using the Ardell Wispies in 113. I already have them prepped. I'm gonna put my mascara on and I'll be right back. So I put my mascara and lashes on for my inner corner highlight. I went in with the color Sand, which is this shade right here. I can't tell if it's like a, I don't know. I think it's like almost like a satin finish. It's not really like a shimmer. It's a very soft, but you know, I made it intense. So I just packed that on with this random brush from BH, and I kind of packed that right into the inner tear ducts right here. And as you can see, it's not really doing anything. So what I had to do was go in with some spray this. Then, I'm so, did I go on with this? No, I went on with Sunset. That's what I went with. I'm such a liar. Oh my God, I'm such a liar. I went in with Sunshine for the inner corner highlight. I was wondering, I was like, wait, that doesn't look the same. But I still had to spray my brush, but it looks so much better. And I brought this pretty deep down, so like right here. I get that from like Mitchell. He does that with his shadows. The inner corner highlight, he kind of brings them inwards. So when you're taking a photo, you can really see that highlight right there. And I really, really like that look. So I'm just gonna press that in. I really like this shade. Really, really zen. So when I put my lash on this side, I kind of wanted to deepen up the look just a little bit. So I went in with the other side of that Anastasia brush, and I went in with Mainland, which is this deep chocolate brown shade. And I literally just like went like this, and instead of like going back and forth, I just dabbed that right here. So like right on the outer corners, I dabbed that right here. So not really blending it, just like dabbing that right into the outer corner. And then I kind of bring it right in the middle just to give some depth, because I want it to be a little bit more smokier, but not too smoky, you know? And then I'm gonna go back into that brush, if I can find it, and with the brush that I had Papaya on, and I lightly go over it. You see? Oh, shoot. Oh, I love that shade so much. I thought Maui was gonna be my favorite shade, even though I haven't used it yet, but so far, just putting it on my eye, I love it. And I'm gonna go in with Coral and just make sure that that is well blended as well. Ooh, just love it. Just gonna take that big fluffy brush too with Coral and kind of blend right here where I swept away the powder, just so that there's no like harsh line in between. Just like that. Ooh, my lashes is stuck, like the real lash is actually stuck on the lash line. So it's like, it looks like it's lifted, but it really isn't. It's my like my real lash is like sticking out like this. So yeah, that's the eyes. So I don't know what shade I want to do, but we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go on the outer corners with They're both Wet n Wild. They're both the Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipsticks. I'm gonna go in with the first shade, which is Pink Really Hard. I'm kind of gonna go out, I don't know, let's see. No, I lied. We're just gonna go in with Nudist Peach. Just like a nudie, pinky shade, peachy shade. Yeah, I like that. And I didn't go in with liner. My Wanted One palette by NARS in the shade Bumpy Rider and Kingpin. So it's these two shades right here. On my cheeks, I already have bronze. I just needed some blush. I like how pink and blues go together, just like pink and green. I don't know, I love that. I'm gonna set my face since I have not set it yet. Shade Sand as my highlighter. It's soft. It's soft. It kind of gives you like a nice sheen. It's a cute shade. Super cute for highlighting, especially if you want like a soft highlight. I like when you can use like your shadows as like highlighter or even like bronzer, blush. So this is the completed look, you guys. I hope you all enjoy. I definitely enjoyed doing this video. This palette right here, oh my god, like the colors alone are so gorgeous. Like I mentioned, the shades blended out so pretty together. And I mean the matte shade. The shimmer shades, even though they're gorgeous, once you kind of blend after you apply like your lid shade and you blend your mattes out, the mattes cover it and shimmer shade just disappears. So if I were you, I would definitely go in with like a glitter base or something like that that's gonna really stick like glue. So then once you go in with the matte shade or on top of that to kind of blend out the edges, it won't disappear. Because I was trying to do something and it just completely went away and I was like, where the hell did my blue go? I like the fact that I used sand as a highlighting shade. Even though it's not blinding, it's super soft. People love soft highlighters, so if you got this palette and you wanted a highlighter shade, definitely use sand. I want to play around with this palette a little bit more, but off the bat, I really like how it blended. Now, I mentioned in the beginning of the video that they also have this palette as well. So if you guys would like to see me do a tutorial with this, please leave a comment down below saying yes, please do it. Okay, and I'll do a tutorial using this palette as well. And then if you want more tutorials with both palettes, just let me know in the comment section or thumbs up this video. If I were you and you were on a budget, you know, pick this palette up. It's only $10, which is honestly, it's crazy. $10 for shadows like this. And the packaging is so cute. That's my number one. So if I was to rate these palettes between 1 and 10, 10 being the highest, I would rate this a 9. And that's because the shimmer shades didn't stick, and when I blended it out, it was fully gone. Other than that, the mattes blended out so buttery. Like, it was so nice. I actually didn't have that much fallout. Like, looking back at the pan, they had like no fallout at all. Like, I'm so shocked. There was only one shade that kind of moved around, and that was the Bora Bora. And then there wasn't no fallout with the mattes on my eyes. Only fallout with the blue shimmery shade. That had a lot of fallout, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, if you're gonna do your face first and you're gonna use the shimmery shades, please just make sure that you put a little bit of powder underneath your eye so you can just swipe that right away. But overall, I love this so much because of the packaging. The packaging is just so cute. That's all I have to say for you guys. And if you enjoy this little small makeup tutorial / review, please thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.